Good morning, and welcome to Living Bread Radio's Liturgy of the Word. Today is Wednesday, May 2nd, the memorial of St. Athanasius. Today's readings are from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 15, and from the Gospel of John, chapter 15. Today's reflection is from Deacon Lynn Howes from Holy Trinity Parish in Zoar, Ohio. And now, in communion with the Church throughout the world, let us lift up our hearts to the Lord in prayer and song with Liturgy of the Word.
Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, Christe eleison, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison.
A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Some who had come down from Judea were instructing the brothers, "Unless you are circumcised according to the Mosaic practice, you cannot be saved." Because there arose no little dissension and debate by Paul and Barnabas with them, it was decided that Paul, Barnabas, and some of the others should go up to Jerusalem to the apostles and presbyters about this question. They were sent on their journey by the church, and passed through Phoenicia and Samaria, telling of the conversions of the Gentiles, and brought great joy to all the brethren. When they arrived in Jerusalem, they were welcomed by the church, as well as by the apostles and the presbyters, and they reported what God had done with them. But some of the party of the Pharisees who had become believers stood up and said, "It is necessary to circumcise them and direct them to observe the Mosaic law." The apostles and the presbyters met together to see about this matter. The Word of the Lord.
Speak, O Lord, your servant is listening. You have the words of everlasting life. Alleluia, 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 alleluia,
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine grower. He takes away every branch in me that does not bear fruit, and everyone that does, he prunes, so that it bears more fruit. You are already pruned because of the word that I spoke to you. Remain in me as I remain in you. Just as a branch cannot bear fruit on its own, unless it remains on the vine, so neither can you, unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever remains in me and I in him will bear much fruit, because without me you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me will be thrown out like a branch and wither. People will gather them and throw them into a fire, and they will be burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask for whatever you want, and it will be done for you. By this is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples. The Gospel of the Lord.
And now the Bread of Life, a reflection on today's Mass readings by Deacon Lynn Howes from Holy Trinity Parish in Zoar, Ohio.
In the Gospel we hear, "I am the vine, you are the branches. Remain in me as I remain in you." We are already in union with God. Wow. There's an absolute. Eternal union with God and the soul of everything. At the deepest level, you and I are hidden with Christ in God, as it says in Colossians. The problem is that Western religion has not taught us this. Our ego overemphasizes our individuality and separateness from God and others. It is through our daily prayer we rediscover our inherent union and learn how to abide in God's presence, trusting that you're already good and safe in God. We don't have to worry about our little private, separate, insecure self. I am one with you, and you are one with your neighbor, and your neighbor is one with God. That's the gospel. That's the whole point of communion. We partake of the bread and wine until it convinces that we are in communion, that we are the branches, and together we're connected to the vine, God's presence in our lives. For Living Bread Radio, this is Deacon Lynn Howes from Church of the Holy Trinity in Zoar. Go in peace to love and serve the Lord.
Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. Have mercy on us. Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. Have mercy on us. Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. Grant us peace.
Prayer for Spiritual Communion. My Jesus, I believe that you are present in the most holy sacrament. I love you above all things, and I desire to receive you into my soul. Since I cannot at this moment receive you sacramentally, come at least spiritually into my heart. I embrace you as if you were already there and unite myself wholly to you. Never permit me to be separated from you. Amen.
Prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen.
Liturgy of the Word is a production of the Living Bread Radio Network in Canton, Ohio. For more information on this or any of our local programs, log on to livingbreadradio.com, where you can listen on demand or subscribe to any of our podcasts.
2018 marks the 75th anniversary of the Diocese of Youngstown. All are invited to a special opening Mass with Bishop George Murray at St. Columba Cathedral on Pentecost Sunday, May 20th at 4 p.m. This Mass will begin a year-long celebration of Ohio's youngest Catholic diocese. The Living Bread Radio Network will bring you special live coverage of the Mass beginning at 3:30. For more information, check out our special anniversary page at livingbreadradio.com.